Teammates are good and bad. Some with huge egos, some who would do anything to help the team succeed. But today, we reflect on the worst kind of teammate. 10 athletes who allegedly slept with their teammates' wives. Tony Parker and Brent Barry, San Antonio Spurs. This one is just baffling to any man out there, as Parker was allegedly going behind the back of Eva Longoria, of all people. He was texting Aaron Barry very personal messages, which most have categorized as sexting, despite her being the wife of teammate Brent. The divorce had a major effect on Longoria, and given the nature of the text messages, no one should be surprised to know that they were discovered around the time that both marriages fell apart. Colin Kaepernick and Aldon Smith, San Francisco 49ers. This was the most recent incident on the list, involving controversial star Colin Kaepernick and troubled teammate Aldon Smith. This went so far that the duo had an altercation, according to TMZ. This was because Cap was dating Smith's ex-girlfriend Nisa, with timing and details not exactly known publicly. After the altercation, Smith was arrested and charged with a DUI, leading some to believe this incident had something to do with it. Shannon Brown and Paul Gasol, the LA Lakers. It's no secret that Gasol struggled during the Lakers' playoff run in 2010-2011, but not many people were aware of the potential reason. Rumors began to spread that his teammate Shannon Brown was sleeping with his fiancée, Sylvia Castro. This is yet to be confirmed, but Brown himself strongly denied the affair on Twitter, with little to no comment at all coming from Gasol. Rick Manning and Dennis Eckersley, the Cleveland Indians. Dennis Eckersley was having major marital problems in the 70s, which only got worse when his wife left him for teammate Rick Manning. The problems were that bad that the Cleveland Indians opted to trade Eckersley to the Red Sox. Supposedly, with this in mind, Dennis denied this, saying they weren't aware until months later. He was hung up on this event for years and years, even mentioning the pairing in his eventual Hall of Fame speech. Brendan Shannon and Craig Janney, the St. Louis Blues. The current Maple Leafs president is known for not being the most popular among teammates, and this is just one of the many reasons. He got together with Craig Janney's wife behind his back during the 94-95 season, and are still happily married to this day. He was snubbed for the Hall of Fame in 2012, and many experts, including Ken Campbell, have speculated that this kind of action towards teammates is partially to blame. DeMarco Murray and Brennan Clay, Oklahoma Sooners. These two were teammates in college at Oklahoma, but outrage became public when Murray was a part of the Dallas Cowboys. Clay found very explicit messages from his partner's phone, which were sent to Murray, and took to Twitter to air his grievances. Since Clay never made it past the college level, it has mostly been forgotten around the public eye, and it's something that Murray has denied ever since. Wayne Carey and Anthony Stevens, North Melbourne Kangaroos. This comes from the land down under and details the swift demise of the man once known as King. This came about when Wayne Carey was found in the bathroom with a teammate's wife, sparking major outrage in an act that was dubbed un-Australian. Stevens, whose wife he was found with, was meant to be his best friend, and after a meeting to determine if he could be played with again, the man who was seen as the backbone of his team was stripped of everything he had. John Harkes and Eric Wilnalda, U.S. national soccer team. This incident took place during the time of the 1998 World Cup, but 10 years later was confirmed by the U.S.'s head coach. Harkes was having an affair with his teammate Eric's wife, but all parties had long denied the relationship. Almost a decade later, Steve Sampson, head coach of the time, admitted he dropped Harkes from the team because of this affair. Eric has since spoken out and was quoted as saying, "It was an inappropriate relationship and a big part of why I am no longer married." John Terry and Wayne Bridge, Chelsea Football Club. This was probably the most famous incident in recent memory, and will be one of the most remembered things about Chelsea legend John Terry after he retires. Many of these are still just rumors. This one accidentally was confirmed by both men during a pre-game ritual. The pre-match handshakes were almost over when the two came face to face, and Bridge refused to shake his captain's hand. With millions, including Bridge's wife, watching on, the embarrassing affair was all but confirmed. Fritz Peterson and Mike Kikickas, the New York Yankees. In a sport that boasted much controversy and scandal, this is perhaps the greatest in its very long line. The two teammates simultaneously held a press conference announcing of all things that they would be swapping wives. The sporting world and wider media went into a frenzy, seemingly making this into something bad. But Peterson put it simply, saying it was a love story, nothing dirty. And all these years later, one couple still remains married, while the other split up a few years after. Well, there you have it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Sportster on YouTube. And remember, you may want to emulate your favorite athlete, but stay away from your friends' wives.